What's going on, Mongs? It's me, SemiMong, and today I am back with a video that showcases two of the harder behemoths that I've faced in Dauntless so far. And that is Charrog, the turtle-like creature that you can see on screen at the moment, and then Drask, a tiger, lion, really like fast mobility type behemoth that you'll see in a couple of minutes. But the game has actually reset now. The server's been wiped because of the closed beta. So this was before the server wipe, and I'll need to reprogress back up to this point. But up until this point, I haven't fought something quite as hard as a Charrog and the Drask. Now the Charrog is very slow compared to the Shrike, the Embermane, and even the Drask. It's very non-mobile. You can see it's staying in the exact same position that it's in, and if it does move, it is very slow. And it shows. You can see it's a big creature. It's got big legs. It looks like it's got a turtle shell on it. So it's not something you're gonna have to be wary of. Okay, it's not just gonna charge at you randomly. Instead, this creature has a ton of AoE abilities and relies a lot more on timing, which, if you're an OG subscriber since the very first Dauntless video a couple of weeks ago, okay, not really OG, you'll know that my timing, especially being a heavy axe or heavy hitter user, is just absolutely disgraceful, and it's something I really need to work on. But a couple of abilities that this guy has got, or mainly all of the abilities that this guy has got, actually evolves around fire. So they also do burning, ticking damage. So not only is it giant AoE area of effect skills, but if you get hit by them, you're gonna burn for a little bit of damage after as well. I mean, look at that. He's shooting a giant fireball out of his mouth, which, by the way, turns and tracks you to come back towards you. Now if you get enough distance from it, it does explode or blow up just beforehand like that. But if you've not moved position and you're in the same position as where he shot it from, you're gonna get hit from it and it's gonna burn you over time. Now this guy does actually swim away rather than fly away, but as I said, it's just a tough fight, and it revolves a lot around timing because of his area of effects abilities. He's staying very still, he's not moving position, which means you have to move position and sort of fight your way around whichever abilities he shoots out, which are mainly these balls and that's not really a ball. The one from his tail is like a sort of missile that will splash down onto you. The one from his mouth is the ball that will track you. Other than that, he's got a few charges, but on the second stage of the fight, he will whip out a giant area of effect fire skill that actually ends up finishing me off. Now, a lot of them are they're in 4 prangs. You can see the 4 flames came out of his shoulders, and then the flame, the hose of flame that you saw a couple of minutes ago came out from his 4 diagonal parts of his body. So if you can get positioning right as well, you really can just sort of long out the fight and just sort of wear him down over time. But you could see that giant AoE fire effect that he blew out, and then I just didn't have the mobility to get away from it. It hit me and then it took me down because I was really low on health potions. Now I do end up coming back to kill the giant turtle of death with a couple of other people as well, and we managed to take it down pretty easily. Obviously, being a heavy axe user and having to time my hits, I'm not getting the most amount of damage in that I could. So having extra players, with a couple of them, as you can see on the swords, it really does help out, just getting that sustained damage out. But moving on, guys, after we managed to take out this giant turtle Charrog thing, we move on to the Drask, which is a lot more mobile than the Charrog. And now, with the Charrog, it was all about timing and getting my hits off. With the Drask, it's more about timing and getting my hits off, but actually avoiding being hit by how fast he is. Look at that. I had no idea he was going to side charge me then. I'm constantly aiming for the face and the tail, but a lot of this guy's abilities actually revolve around that. So you'll see he charges at you, he has a tail whip, and then obviously he's got his side charge. So in retrospect, he's got all angles covered, literally all angles covered. So for me being very slow, it's a case of wait until he's sort of pulled off his combo of just his charge, his tail whip, and then his side his side dash, as I like to call it. And then when he's sort of sat there a little bit idle, go in and try and get the hits off that I can. But he's also got other abilities like shooting a giant lightning strike out of his mouth that you saw when we started the fight. It's absolutely insane. I can't wait to get back to this guy once I've reprogressed up, which I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm just going to sit down, go through all of the quests, get back to where I was, and just see if I can encounter any more behemoths. But as per usual, guys, any tips or comments that you can leave down below mainly for mobility and timing. Like, I am focusing highly on just learning the behemoths, learning what skills they have at the start of the fight, learning when they're gonna use them, just sort of like the know-hows, when like that, like he sort of raised his head and got ready to pounce before he charged. That's what I need to get my head around. Like, alright, he's gonna charge, I need to get out of the way. I think all of that, once you get it all on point, it's gonna really help. If you're involved, guys, be sure to comment down below if you're enjoying the game. I want to know, what's your favourite behemoth? What's your favourite weapon? How far are you so far? Okay, I'm a nosy gamer. Thanks for all of the support. It's been absolutely insane. Be sure to check out my Twitter and my Instagram. Links are down below. And I shall see you in the next one.